Yo, yo, what's up? How y'all doing today? How y'all little month doing today? It's your boy Wildcard in the building, Detroit Marlin in the building. We are here.
How y'all feel out there?
Hope everybody had a good weekend. What up, though? What's good?
Mel?
What's good? What's good, big bro? How you doing, man?
Shit, nigga, out here just trying to make this money, nigga. You know how that go.
I feel you. Hope everything's good. Yeah, shout out, man, down sports. Shout out, man, Melvin Wall, the big homie over there. Shout out, Zoe, Chris, Jay, all the fellas over there. C3.
All right,
man. Man, I had a good weekend. How was yours, man?
It was actually not bad, man. Watched a little football.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Got a chance to do some stuff around the house. Nigga ate. So, you know what I'm saying? Can't complain about that.
Nah, I feel you, man. You know, we typical same old weekend over here at the Wallace household, man. Chasing babies, cleaning up messes.
Nigga, you got that daycare going on at your crib.
Man, I'm trying to find a way to put these motherfuckers to work, bro.
Buttons and bowls and sugar and spice daycare going on.
I'm trying to find a way to put these little jokers to work, bro.
For real.
Yeah, they just went back to school because of obviously Christmas and New Year's, so they just went back.
That's why I forgot they was out. Yeah, that's right.
Boy,
tear nigga nerves up.
Boy, nerves. Oh, nerves. I all my privacy was gone. All my personal time was gone. I ain't had nothing to myself. Couldn't even get a cup of drink. My kids want to put their little disgusting little snotty nose and mouth and shit all over my drink. Gotta have some of y'all drink. No,
come on, daddy, let me get some of that.
Hey man, what is it about kids? They the most selfish motherfuckers in the world, bro. I swear.
Because we were too. Yes,
you can't have. How does this work? You ain't got no job. You ain't contributing nothing, but you eating and drinking up everything, and I can't even get nothing to myself.
You can get a cup of Kool-Aid. Y'all like Kool-Aid. I'll make a sandwich. I gotta make you one. You know what I'm saying? Well, I'm gonna tell you what I did though. I taught my kids early how to cook.
Oh, you taught them early?
I nipped that shit in the bud.
Oh, real quick.
Real quick. You want? I'm hungry. Okay.
You better get in there. You
better get in there and do something.
I better get in there and do something.
Hey, smacking some pots around.
For real, you better start slinging some groceries because I
taught them how to cook, how to do certain things and
be sufficient, man.
Sufficient, man. Iron their own clothes, everything. I told them everything, man.
Oh, trust.
At an early age.
On game. Well, mine's are still 8 and 6, and obviously, so I'm not ready to put knives in their hand quite yet.
I understand. I think these kids' days are different than the kids were back then too.
Maybe about 10, 11, 12, I'll start putting a knife in their hand because I ain't.
But they do got them plastic knives now. You can buy. I bought my nephew some.
Yeah, I did.
They cut pretty good. I can cut an onion and all that stuff with it.
Yeah, nah. I need them to have some knife skills. I don't know what that.
It's a good training tool to kind of you can teach them the knife skills with that. And if they hit they nick their hand, they ain't gonna really cut them. You know what I'm saying? That's why I got my nephew some of them because he like to cook too. I bought a little plastic set.
Yeah, but that's why we're getting the real one because if they cut themselves, I want them to understand on the realness about this shit.
Hey, I understand. I ain't got time to be going to the hospital. Bro.
Yeah, you don't want to do that, right? Yeah.
My daughter did that. She did that one time. Also, I just put the knife out the packet, brand new knife, and she cut chop. I was like, bro,
yeah.
I had to go take it to the dang on hospital. I'm like, come on, man.
Hey, well, I ain't trying to.
Blood all over my pizza. You know what I'm saying?
Guess I got to order dinner now.
You know what I'm saying?
Anyway, hey, thank y'all for tuning in to I.O.W Sports Network. We got to shoot the shit a little bit, talk some real life shit. Check in.
You know what I'm saying? Every now and then.
But you know what it is. We're going to definitely talk some college football championship game tonight. Obviously, Mel has vested interest in that, being a Michigan Wolverine fan.
Right.
We'll talk about that, So just some NFL coaches. They got fired. We would talk about the brackets of the playoffs being set for next weekend. We'll definitely recap some Week 18 season finale stuff. And hey, we got a special guest that he comes on the Late Night Owl Show edition with me, and we talk football for an hour or so. But hey, very active in I.O.W Sports Network Facebook page. So if you guys are over there, type in I.O.W Sports Network, and you're running to guys like a guy over here. He has Eagles are. Hey, shout out Randy Weber, man. What's up, Randy, man? How you doing, bro?
Good, man. How you guys doing here?
What up, though, man? How you doing?
Doing good. First time I'm on the show with you.
Yeah. First time on the day show. So, but still, please act just as much as ignorant as a fool as we do on the Late Night Out Show, Randy. Please hold no bar, hold no punches. We still is just as crazy on the day show. So,
yes, Lamarius.
See, that's what I'm talking about. That stuff right there, knowing damn well. Mel is responsible for literally killing our whole female demographic on the day show.
Hey,
I'm talking about
hoes gotta learn. These hoes gotta learn.
Before we get into the NFL action of Week 18 and playoffs getting set up, man, let's have the conversation, because there's some people that's getting the pink slip. Gotta go. There's some coaching vacancies opening up. Obviously, the Panthers was one of the first. Got rid of Frank Reich mid-season. McDaniels of the Raiders got his early in the season as well. You got the Chargers open, vacancy open, obviously, with Brandon Staley getting the boot.
Arthur Smith.
Yeah, Arthur Smith. Yo, they didn't even wait to even. It was like 4 minutes past 12 o'clock on the East Coast. Past midnight. It's like 4 minutes past midnight, and I got an alert. I was like, "Oh, damn."
This man woke up in the middle of the night, went to get a midnight snack, checked his phone with his eyes all groggy, and was like, Arthur Smith fired.
And they got fired?
Yeah, you fired, dog. He like, man, I just woke up to use the bathroom, and I found I lost my job. Yeah. You didn't get that. You didn't get to keep that job. Robert Rivera today got his walking papers.
He should have got cancer again. Because I say
the enemy did too, right? The enemy also got cut.
I'm just saying, bro. I was just saying they just have sympathy on my man,
sir. Sir,
hey, that's why I saved his job the last time. That cancer saved his job. You know he did. I mean, that's the truth, right? That's the truth.
I don't think the enemy should have got cut. I don't think.
Oh yeah, I don't think so. Either.
Did you really?
What, nigga? What? I'm just saying.
Did you really just say the cancer saved that man's job?
That nigga job. I'm telling you. If he got cancer again, he would not. He would still have the job.
Oh man, we can't fire him. Man, why not?
That's bad optics, man. Bad optics.
Is it bad optics?
Bad optics, man. You can't be firing and they all sick. You go say a couple of man out of his job. Take his health insurance.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. See, this shit that I'm talking about right here.
Ain't he Native American or something? What is he?
Oh my God.
You're a minority. You can't do that, man.
Oh my gosh, I can't. But I do want to start right here. Wink Martindale. He resigns as DC over there in New York, and you being a Giants fan, Randy. I don't know what's going on, but I would have tried to find a way to keep Wink Martindale.
I agree. Wink Martindale wasn't the problem. The defense was actually pretty decent. If they had a solid enough offense on the other side of the ball, like they could have been at least an okay team. Like they probably would have been roughly around where the Packers are, I think. But the offense was just historically bad for the most part, and that's all offense. I don't think Wink Martindale's responsible for any of that. He helped develop Dexter Lawrence into a Pro Bowler. Like,
right?
He's done that with a lot of players on our defense. So I think that's a mistake. I was very happy though. Our special teams coordinator is gone because he should be, and our offensive line coach, Bobby Johnson, is also gone because he absolutely should be. So those are the two good firings, but I don't agree with Martindale going.
Yeah, and they're spinning it right now. They're saying he resigned. I just think there's probably a difference in probably philosophies or whatnot. And he was like, I'll move on. I'm actually surprised by that. Especially with get him another season with Isaiah Simmons, and Dexter Lawrence, and
right.
We'll see what.
How are you going to let Wink go and keep Mike Kafka? Like, which side of the ball are you blaming?
Because trust, if you definitely, don't take a genius to look at which side of the football was the deficient part. You're right about that. So that's for sure. Let's stick in your division, NFC East. Obviously, we kind of mentioned Ron Rivera's name a few seconds ago, but there's no surprise he got canned.
Oh no surprise at all.
Yeah,
no surprise at all.
They need an entire rehaul there. Like they everything needs to be completely reshaped.
Yeah,
almost everything there is bad. Like their defense was the 32nd defense, despite having some good defensive players. Like they were still the 32nd defense. Their quarterback ended up having the most total turnovers of any quarterback. Like, even though they have Terry McLaurin, like they couldn't do enough with that. Like the whole thing's a mess over there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, also in Washington, a name that might sound familiar, Bob Myers, former general manager of the Golden State Warriors. Yes, the Golden State Warriors in the NBA. He comes over to join the Washington Commanders, and to be honest, I'm not sure 100% sure of his role. And my thing is with him coming over from obviously in the NBA to the NFL, and whatever role and capacity that they give him, he has to be obviously he brings the executive experience, but he'll have to kind of take a back seat for at least his first year, just because NBA and NFL,
totally different.
Yeah, let's state the obvious, totally different.
Right.
So, what do you guys think of this move? Go ahead, Randy.
Be honest, I haven't paid a lot of attention to Bob Myers. I'm still saying the entire thing needs a real complete overhaul. Yeah. Everything must go kind of deal. So, if I don't know what his level of performance was, but he's a part of it, he needs to go.
Yeah. It says that he's going to be helping Spielman. Rick Spielman is their GM. He's going to stay on, and Bob Myers is there to kind of help advise.
You're gonna advise them. Okay.
Yeah. Which, hey, to Bob Myers' credit, he got there, right after that draft class of Draymond, Clay, and Steph, and he didn't build that Warriors, dynasty, but he was, around the team, and then kind of help usher in, the rest of the team that kind of helped them build, get
his name is attached to success. It's just a matter of how much of a role he had in it, which is
yes, exactly. So, you take the fact that I'm still waiting on the word on Bieniemy. I'm looking for if they retain him or not.
I saw a graphic saying that him and Rivera were both fired. I don't know how reliable that is yet.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can find anything.
I will say this. I think it would be kind of asinine for them to move off of Bieniemy so quick and so early without
actually
him a shot.
I said that too. Yeah, because he's not the problem there. We just saw him on the Kansas City team, and they were phenomenal. And their first year with him off was their worst offensive year. Now, we don't necessarily know that they're related, but
Right.
Considering that track record, yeah,
you can definitely pinpoint some things that are definitely different with this offense with him not being there. That's for sure.
Yeah, 100%. So I'd give him another year at least.
Oh yeah.
I agree.
Mel, Arthur Smith getting the can, man. I imagine you were not surprised.
No, I wasn't surprised. I don't know, man. I think Atlanta, they don't have enough pieces down there anyway. So I don't think you had the best coach down there. Whoever you consider the best coach would have done that much better than what they have. Desmond Ridder is not a great quarterback. He's proven he's not an NFL quarterback. I will say this about Ridder. I think he probably would have been better sitting under somebody and may have developed into a NFL quarterback, but I don't think he was a starter coming out of college. I think that was a mistake.
I agree and disagree. Okay. I do think that their quarterback situation is like the biggest thing holding them back. They need to get rid of Desmond Ridder. They can't rely on Taylor Heineke. That's not the answer. I do think, though, that their core, Bijan, Pitts, London, and on defense, Calais Campbell, Jesse Bates, I think you could make a good team out of that if the quarterback changed. And I do think Arthur Smith was a big problem with the coaching because he didn't really use their best offensive players a lot. Bijan and Pitts basically went unused almost the entire year.
And it's odd because when Bijan first came, they were using him a lot.
Yeah,
a lot, and all of a sudden he just went away from that.
He was
they went heavy with Ridder. Yeah, I just didn't understand that.
He was second in rushing yards for like the first half of the season, and then all of a sudden he disappeared.
Right.
Yeah. Damn shame.
Yeah.
Damn shame. When I look at Arthur Smith getting fired, I'm like, damn, I'm surprised y'all gave him the third year. No, because literally, you're talking about a guy that drafted in the first 3 years that he was there, Kyle Pitts, Drake London, Bijan Robinson, and he's drafting offensive people top 10. And the most deficient part of your roster is your offense. Albeit, I'm in the total 100% agreement with both of you fellas. The quarterback position had to get upgraded. It needs to get upgraded. That's without a doubt. But Arthur Smith got his pink slip because you managed to draft high, you're getting cream of the crop offensive players, and when you're drafting that in the top 10, and you're not using them. That's the problem. That's what got you fired. Because you all of a sudden don't know how to come up with play calling, don't know how to actually implement weapons instead of trying to have them fit your offensive scheme. I think that's what a lot of coaches have an issue. You got to figure out how to coach, and you got to work with what you got.
Work with what you got. I agree with that. I totally agree with that. I think too, you look at in one of the weakest division, and you couldn't prosper in that division.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's another part to add to it. It's like
that's not a good division.
It's not a good division at all. You know what I'm saying? And you couldn't even win that division.
Yeah.
He he was gonna go. I think Atlanta does have some pieces. They just don't have enough pieces there.
He lost out to Baker Mayfield.
Yeah,
that is pink slip worthy.
Right.
Matter of fact, let me ask you guys this, because there was a situation with Falcons Saints. Obviously, we know it's a rivalry in NFC South, if there ever was such a thing of rivalry. We'll talk about that. Yeah, Dennis Allen's job is miraculously somehow safe. I don't know how down in New Orleans, but so Saints hosting Falcons. Saints are up big. Arthur Smith gets mad at the Saints. He didn't notice at the time, but Dennis Allen tells, hey, victory formation after they just got an interception, returned it to the one. And I guess Jameis Winston and the team, it was a team decision to go for it, give Jamal Williams a 1-yard touchdown. His only touchdown of the year, matter of fact. And there's two things in here I want to talk about, I want to discuss. Let's discuss the Jameis Winston and the quote-unquote team decision to run the football and get a touchdown in garbage time and turn it to 48-17. Hey, what's your thoughts on that decision? Go ahead, man.
I'm a minority of this thing. I'm not a big fan of, if you whooping me, continue whooping me. You know what I'm saying? I don't want no mercy. And I'm playing. If I'm playing sport, do what you do. That give me more motivation for next time we see you. You know, all this. Oh, we gotta have a mercy rule. Oh, you can't. You already up big. No, keep on playing. You know, keep on playing. That gives that motivation for next time. Forget all that soft shit. You know what I'm saying? Let's play.
Yeah.
And if I lose, I lose. That's what it is. I'll see you next time. I just don't like all that. Well, we're gonna be nice. Fuck them. They are the ops. You know what I'm saying? For real.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. I actually think, because it was similar with the Dolphins Broncos game, right, where they had the chance to go for 3, and that would have put them over the record, and then they didn't out of mercy. Like, nah, don't do that. Like, we don't no mercy. I just want to watch a beatdown. Sometimes, like, I don't even want to watch the most competitive games. Sometimes I just want to watch like a hilarious beatdown. And
you want to see somebody get drugged? Yeah,
it's hilarious.
That's what it is. Right.
Yeah. So just give me that. And maybe the reason why was also because putting a touchdown on Williams's stats would have been better for him. You know, like he didn't like, because that's going to be things that he uses in like contract negotiations. Maybe that was part of the decision. So I mean, I don't know. I think that they should just go for things. Like that's how I feel.
If you don't like it, stop it.
Yeah.
Yes. To the Dennis Allen. So here's the Dennis Allen part. He said the team did it without his knowledge. That was their decision. He didn't like it. He apologized to Arthur Smith. If you guys check out the video, it's floating around. There's 2 things I think about this.
That's a bad sign. That's a bad look for you.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah. Why don't you control your team? And also, why are you being so weak that you're apologizing to coaches for being too good? No, absolutely not.
First of all, you don't. If it did happen that way, you don't put that out like that. You give it in-house. Don't let nobody know that y'all is dysfunctional like that.
Yeah.
That those are grounds for firing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and you know, like AP put in the comments and said he's safe for his job. I don't necessarily think that's a good idea. Because I would have put his name in part of this coaching vacancy thing, because that shows dysfunction. That shows the fact that you, as the head coach, who's supposed to be the leader of this and the captain of this ship, boy, you got a mutiny on your hand. Yeah. And the fact that Jameis Winston was so open after the game was saying, yeah, this wasn't just my idea, it was a team decision.
Jameis Winston would be gone if I was him. If I was Dennis Allen, I'm gonna make an example out of him. Oh, that was a team decision? Like, you team your ass somewhere else.
I'm not mad at that take. The fact of the matter is this is a problem amongst management now. Do I keep Jameis Winston? Because he's a fan favorite. They love him down in New Orleans. The city loves him. The player
got crab legs down there.
But regardless, so do you keep him? Or do you get rid of the coach who hasn't won you the damn thing since he's taken over the job for Sean Payton? Because you ain't been to no playoffs. And like we said earlier, this weak-ass division, you can't take advantage of it.
But if that's the same thing as I can argue that for Jameis Winston.
Yeah.
Using the weak-ass division, you ain't winning shit either.
Yeah, and you can't keep your starting job.
You know, you can't keep a start. Every time they get a chance to get another quarterback in, he's out, somebody else in.
Yeah, I'd probably get rid of Dennis Allen. I also think that, I mean, they're another team that has enough pieces that they should have at least won this division. I mean, they were predicted to win this division. They were most people's favorite.
Right.
I mean, we didn't realize how washed Carr was. We didn't realize how bad that offense was going to end up being.
Mm-hmm.
You know, in an offense with Bryce Young, Desmond Ridder, and Baker Mayfield, Derek Carr does look comparatively better, but he wasn't. So
yeah,
I would redo the coach, probably also the offensive coordinator, and change that up for them. I think they have a great defense. Chris Olave is a stud. Alvin Kamara is a stud. They just really have to get that whole thing functional and working together. And I think the coaching has been a big part of that. And Dennis Allen saying that they're making decisions without him is probably a big sign of what's going wrong there. That Derek Carr getting into fights with his receivers is another big part of that.
Yeah.
Like, it's dysfunctional.
Yeah. I don't know how you keep Dennis Allen, especially when you have a play like that going on. And literally your backup quarterback who can't keep the job says that out loud publicly that it was our decision. It wasn't Dennis Allen's, who's our coach. It wasn't his decision. It was ours. Oh, wow. Okay. That speaks volumes to me. So that definitely does make you wonder, like, yeah, you say his job is safe, but should it be? Right. Should it be? And then it goes with Arthur Smith, man. What you huffing and puffing for? It goes back to what you were saying, man. Hey, you got a problem with them scoring late in the game and they're up 48-17. Stop them.
Right.
Yeah. It's your job to stop them.
Yeah.
Right.
That's what you get paid for.
It is not my job as your opposition to say, hey, man, I'm going to take it easy on you. Because, man, that's what I should do. No. Man, when I come in and, first of all, I'm practicing all week. I'm putting my body on the line.
Right.
Damn it, I want to hit somebody. And I'm gonna keep hitting them because in hell, let's not forget, man, we got to deal with real life shit too, man. My damn baby mama done got on my damn nerves. Kids been at the damn house because they off from school. And damn it, I'm gonna take all my frustrations out on you for 60 minutes.
There you go.
No mercy.
Right.
If anything, that's just showcase for why Smith should get fired more than it is for Allen.
Right, for real. Say, we here in Atlanta don't like bitch assness.
Yeah,
we have to get rid of you.
Shout out Bobby G. He said, "Shut up, man up." Only people that had an issue were the man that got fired. Exactly.
Right.
And that'll be fired in 2 years. They wouldn't have said shit if Badger would have scored. Yeah, because it was off an interception. So if he would have scored, like, you wouldn't have complained if he scored on the interception. Nice. So it got returned to the one. It is what it is. At the end of the day, man, it's your job to play defense and offense. It's your job to coach defense and offense. That you can't sit here and rely on your opponents to have mercy on me. I might get fired. My team's losing in a bad division. Please.
Right.
Easy on us. Hell to hell no.
Yeah. That's not what sports is about.
No. Your ass. That's it. You came to the party. I came to the party. Well, let's dance.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Oh, let's do it. We got to walk a flock in this. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no patty cake shit
going on. We went hard in the paint on them.
Man, hard.
That's it, for real.
Facts. Hey, bro, this is football, and this is an element of football that I 100% understand sportsmanship. I get it. I understand that part. But let's have that sportsmanship, making sure we're not trying to hurt nobody during the game, and then let's dap it up after the game. But in between these 60 minutes, in between these white lines, I'm trying to bust your motherfucking head.
Mm-hmm. I'll take it a step further because I've always had a problem with the way that the NFL, like all of the like unsportsmanlike conduct rules. Like I remember back in the day, not back in the day, but like 2010s, when OBJ lost the game for us because he did the dog peeing thing and then proposed to the net. Yeah, like all that bullshit. Like it's sports. Like it's supposed to be entertainment. Like just like stop with all this bullshit. And also don't give teams wins that they don't deserve because the other team like flexed.
South of Dallas.
Like, it's stupid.
I saw how you dropped that in there, dog.
I'm still on that shit. You
still on
it? Yeah. Let's talk about that. Yeah, fucking Dallas screwed you guys, man. Like you guys should have won that game easy. That was some bullshit. I'm assuming y'all talked about it, but I didn't talk about it. So let's talk about it. That was fucked up.
It was.
Yeah. That was some kind of
all those refs get pink slips, every single one of them.
All of them. How the hell you demoting them?
Pink slips. Man, you better hope that you can damn referee the local league flag football league at the way you were refereeing. It's like you got to go.
Yeah, for real.
Here's my thing, and I said it before. It was a bad call. You can chalk that up for, okay, that's human error. You might seen something different than I seen. This was straight up, what I'm saying? You had disregard for how to do your job. When Decker was reporting, he wasn't even paying him attention. He kind of just ran away from him, wasn't even paying attention to what he said. He assumed that it was 70 because 70 was Skipper because Skipper reporting. And he even said, well, Skipper reported. And you can see that it was not Skipper in your face. He said number 70 reported, and number 70 was not in your face. It was 68 and 58.
This man walked him through it like a child with a refereeing for dummies book. Like, look, I am me. I am not Skipper. I am me. Right. I am reporting. And the ref was like, okay. And then he did it. It was just like he didn't report. Like that's a fireable offense, I think. Like referees are so bad at their jobs nowadays. There are so many calls we could talk about that were like really bad, but that might be the most egregious of the entire.
I liken it to this. And I think I talked to about a lot of people. You know how now after COVID, and you go into like a lot of these restaurants, a lot of these stores and stuff, that the customer service is like shit because they just trying to find bodies. That's how the refereeing is now. It's like McDonald's referees.
Are you breathing?
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. You got a post? Come on, we need you. You know what I'm saying? That's how it is now. It's that same thing to me.
And there's no panel. There's no accountability. If I was as bad at my job, if I was as bad at my job as they are with theirs, I wouldn't have that job. Like, why? Why do they get away with that? Like, these are people's salaries that wins and losses affect that they're playing with.
That's a big point right there, Randy. It does affect coaches. We got to be honest.
Yeah, I like that. I kind of sort of agree with that.
Some of those bad calls can affect, like you said, Randy, wins and loss records, which affect performance. How's your team performance? They're not gonna look at stats. They're gonna look at your win-loss record first.
Mm-hmm.
Is he winning? Okay. Mm-hmm. All right, man. We could let him stay a little bit longer. He got more dubs and L's.
Right.
How's the winning percentage? Yeah, okay, it's not too shabby. Okay, we can mold some things and direct some and redirect and make some certain changes to certain things to help him get more dubs and L's. We can work with that.
Absolutely. That being all said, though, Campbell then on the second and then third try, going for 3 times when the defense knew you were going to do it. That's on him.
Yeah. That's a separate discussion. But I'll say it like this, and it's not. I don't defend it, but I will say that's who he is. That's who he is. He's going for the win. He came in the game already saying we coming to win. So I understand it. I might not necessarily agree with it. I think especially as you guys. Here's the thing.
My team
got a bad call.
It's the Rams.
You go for it the second time. After the second time it fails, you're like, you know what? This may be a sign. We should go ahead and kick the extra point and try our luck in overtime.
The Giants versus the Rams situation.
Yep.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. We had the game tied, and then we're like, now let's give them their point back, and then we ended up losing. So like I get it. Like both of our teams have aggressive coaches. It's just sometimes there's pros and cons to it.
Oh yeah, right. So of these jobs that are open right now, well, let's start right here. There's got to be other coaches you think might get fired. Okay.
Todd Bowles.
Yeah, Todd Bowles.
Really?
But here's the thing, though.
Well, actually, probably not.
Because Tampa's in the playoff.
He was my first pick before the season started. He may have saved his job, so I'll take his name back.
Well, here's a coach who's in the playoffs that I think he needs to get to the Super Bowl and win it. Sean McDermott, Buffalo.
Okay.
and here's my reasoning for it. And I said it on,
ahead.
and my man Bobby G, he's out here. He me and him had this conversation before. My thing is with Sean McDermott is he's rebuilt Buffalo, got him into the playoffs. He rarely misses the playoffs. Okay, cool. Then you make it to the AFC Championship game against the Chiefs. You get your ass kicked. Okay, the next year you come back, 13-second game happens. Year after that, Cincinnati comes in your building and kicks the dog shit out of you. So it's like you regressing.
Yeah. So you regress this year too.
Yeah. So you prop this up. You prop Buffalo up. You got them back into contention and being competitive, and haven't seen it since the early 90s when they went 4 straight Super Bowl losses in a row, right? Okay. So then you make it to the AFC Championship game. In next year, you get knocked out the second round, and then third year you get knocked out the second round again. This year, you literally had to have a playoff run in week 13 just to make it to the playoffs. And you got aided by a fraudulent ass Miami Dolphins team. Now you won the division. And so, but I'll give him credit for turning that thing around. They were 6-6 and looked like the whole, the sky was falling in Buffalo. Then the report comes out. He's using the 9/11 analogy, and it didn't go over somewhere else, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And it looked like some people wanted him out of there. Let's be honest. They looked like they wanted McDermott out here. But here's my reason why I think he possibly might get fired is because you've done you turned Buffalo around, and then after you got so hot, but it looks like you're cooling off. And therefore, it feels like you're hitting a ceiling. So how long do you continue to have the same, voice in charge when it looks like you're hitting a ceiling? I mean, we can't act like they are not a Stephon Diggs tantrum away for getting, put out the playoffs.
No, it's true. And I think that's a really good point. I to play devil's advocate, what I could say though is this is the best Bills team since the 90s, right? They were terrible in that entire gap before Josh Allen became a superstar. So my thing, if I'm looking at it, is you could look at it two ways. You could look at it like that, or the other way you could look at it is this is the first coach we've had to get us any kind of success at all. And now we have it. If we switch up and accidentally pick the wrong person to fill his place, we could be right back in that position. Josh Allen is very coach sensitive, because look at him before and after Brian Daboll. If you mess with his situation a little too much, he could regress and be like a bad quarterback. That could absolutely happen if you get the wrong person in there. So I think you could do it, but you have to be very careful with who you replace him with.
That's fair. What you think about it, Mel?
I agree. I think that, like what you said, it could be the McDermott hit his ceiling, like the Gruden and Dungy thing happened in Tampa Bay. Dungy had them winning every year, but you only got them to this far. You bring in Gruden, they go to a Super Bowl. So it could be that right there, like, bam, okay, McDermott, this is his ceiling. This is where he can get. Now we need somebody that can take him over the top. And you gotta look at when Daboll left, it seemed like Josh Allen regressed. So you got that factor adding to it. So I don't know if it's exactly black and white. You know what I'm saying? You get rid of McDermott and bring somebody in, that could be it. You got other factors to add into that. You never really added a running game until James Cook looking good now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But can he sustain that into the following year? Or will he regress? So there's a lot of little factors in there. And I kind of agree with bro, I forgot your name already. Randy. Randy. I kind of agree with Randy said, you don't know what might happen once you fire him and get rid of him and bring somebody else in.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That might not be the solution either. So it's one of those things that's tricky. It may work to get rid of him and take over the top because he hit the ceiling, or you may bring somebody else in and you go 5 steps back.
True.
I'm not sure, man.
Sometimes the grass ain't always greener on the other side. Hey,
Right.
old saying, but hey, it always applies to any type of scenario and situation. So I definitely understand you guys' point on this. Let's go this direction. Of all the jobs open right now, and possible jobs could possibly open, which job do you guys think would probably be if you were a coach, would be the most attractive to you? Go ahead, Mel. Answer that one first.
I guess it depends on the coach. What coach you got there. But I'll say I like the Chargers job.
I'm talking about scenario. You Detroit Mel. You got your resume. Talented coach. Yeah, you took a year off because you got burnt out, and your name's in the ring. One of these. I
like the Chargers job.
Okay,
you got some pieces there. I come in there. I may have to add a few pieces here and there, and I might be able to turn that team around. Plus, hell, you in LA. It's good weather. Beaches on every corner. Right. So you have that. Then you do. I second that maybe. I would say Atlanta because I like some of the pieces Atlanta got there. I don't think Atlanta's that far off. The right one or two pieces there, and you talking about Atlanta at least winning that division.
Mm-hmm.
So I think those two jobs would be ones I would kind of look at if I was a coach.
Yeah, no doubt. Go ahead, Rand. If very talented coach, you take a year off, you throw your hat in the ring. Which job sounds or seems most appealing for you if you had that opportunity?
Oh, Coach Randy is going to LA. Hey, what's up, Nick?
So you going to LA?
Oh yeah, I'm going to LA. If you're a good coach and you walk into LA with all those pieces, you could turn that team into a Super Bowl team. Like the coaching was the main thing holding them back, but they have all the pieces on both sides of the ball there. So I think I'm a good coach.
One spot, 5 picks.
Yeah, and I want the easiest path to success. I'm going with LA. I think you could make a decent case for the Raiders also because they got Devontae Adams, they got Josh Jacobs, they got Max Crosby, but their quarterback situation is such a mess that if that doesn't get fixed, you could end up getting blamed for that. So maybe I would avoid them. I'm definitely taking Chargers. Second to that is kind of close between a couple teams though.
Yeah,
I like what Ant and Jay said. They both said the Commanders. I think that's not bad either because you got the picks, you got the capital. What I'm saying, and you do have some pieces there too.
On the offensive side, you got to address quarterback though.
I'm getting ready to say the quarterback is just.
Yeah, you got to push Sam Hall out of there. Like no matter how you get him out, get him out.
Well, I don't think you get rid of Sam Howell, obviously, because he's
backup.
That's what I'm saying. I think he's probably more serviceable as a backup. Learn, and kind of just let him, get to the mental aspect of playing in the NFL, because his decision making is still it's costly. It's still at a point where he's not making the right reads and think that his arm talent can get him out of trouble. And hey, man, this ain't North Carolina versus North Carolina State no more, bro. This is NFL.
Right.
Those decisions get you benched, and it has. It's gotten benched. Let's be honest. Hell, you bring in Jacoby Brissett. That's how I'm really feeling about you. So that should be enough to say how I really feel about you, bro. I'd rather sit your ass down, and put Jacoby Brissett in. And that's how I'm feeling. So
now you got I'm picking Brissett too. Yeah. 100%.
Exactly. So, I'm gonna trust Brissett that he's not gonna be the lighted up guy in the world, but he's gonna,
he's gonna manage a game.
Yeah, he's gonna manage a game. Big homie Nick Sean, what's up, bro? How you doing, man?
Fuck Bill Belichick, biggest fucking loser of all time, created by the New York Jets. Praise Jesus.
We take no responsibility for him. We beat him in the Super Bowl twice.
Let me ask you this, big homie.
Wait, is this Randy Weber?
Yeah.
Oh, what's up, Randy?
Hey, bro, how you doing?
How's it going?
So let me ask you this, big homie. You know, there's some obviously outside of Jets world. There's some people making some chatter about whether Salah should be the coach there anymore. Hey, what's your thoughts? As you being a content creator for Jets content, give me your thoughts if Salah is the guy.
You could say that it's a miracle that this team won a total of 14 games the last 2 years with the worst quarterback play in the NFL, 6 different quarterbacks, and the most offensive line injuries in the NFL. There's been years we won 2 games healthy. So to win 7 games each of the last 2 years, I know for most teams that's not a lot, but for the Jets, 14 games in 2 seasons is like miracle work, in my opinion. So you did that with Mike White, Joe Flacco, Tim Boyle, Zach Wilson as your primary starter. People calling Zach Wilson the worst starter of all time. You got to remember, this team started off the last 2 seasons 4-3 and 5-2 until we got past offensive line injury number 3. Now, we weren't the best offensive line to begin with. We weren't like on the Eagles level, but we had starting caliber guys in this league. When you start getting the guys who weren't even on a team come training camp, and you're on your 11th, 12th, 13th, 14th starter, there's no way a team can succeed in the NFL like that. I don't care who's the quarterback. I don't care who's the coach.
Yeah,
people are like, well, the Browns lost 2 tackles. We lost 6. Like the active attrition starts to get in, and you see why guys aren't on NFL rosters. Right. So I'm very curious to see. Well, I mean, we were supposed to see it this year with Rodgers. We were supposed to see what do they do. We were supposed to see an elite team. That shit got taken away in 4 snaps. We didn't even get a sniff of what it's like.
Yeah. Well, you could also say that a big part of the reason why you had as much success, despite how bad your Zach Wilson is the other side of the ball. Having a very good defense the past 2 years has at least been as much responsible for that, right?
Yeah. I mean, we didn't have many games in 30 points. I think we had 30 against Denver this year. We had a game or 2 last year where we did it. But I mean, we won 7 games. We lost to the Patriots 15-10 by 1 score. We lost to the Raiders by 1 score, where we scored a touchdown, but CJ, I just am a suicide bomber, Uzoma, had a holding call that took the touchdown back. We had 4 games, 4 losses that were 1-score losses. We lost to the Chiefs by a field goal. You tell me Aaron Rodgers don't make a difference of a field goal in a game with a healthy line? So, I mean, we could have had 10, 11 wins, minimum. Who knows how other games goes? Who knows how that Charger game goes? Like, we're committing turnovers, and the Chargers are getting the ball on the 1-foot line to get a touchdown. So, I don't know. I want to see this team healthy. Everyone's like, we need offensive line in the first round. We just need healthy line.
Yeah.
I'd rather take Rome Odunze from Washington, who you're going to see have a fucking hell of a game tonight, and put him with Garrett Wilson and give Rodgers 2 elite weapons.
Yeah.
And just saying we're going to take another offensive lineman. Just get healthy linemen. Get starting caliber healthy linemen, and you're good enough. You don't need a first-round pick at every spot on the offensive line. It's overkill.
Yeah. And to your credit, what you're saying is when you just say give me a healthy line, bringing Dwayne Brown with a jacked up shoulder probably wasn't the best idea. Probably I love what your GM does. I give him a lot of credit, but that was a miss. That was a miss. For as much credit as I give him, those are one of the things that you miss. But let's get into some NFL action. Week 18, the finale. We'll talk about the playoffs going down in just a second. Let's hit some storylines. So, Randy, man, NFC East. Cowboys win the division by, again, slaughtering another trash-ass Commanders team, blah, blah, blah. Who gives a damn? But I want to talk about the Eagles.
I would love to talk about the Eagles.
Hey, give your opinion on how the Eagles are coming into these playoffs, and are they one and done?
They're one and done. they're question asked and answered. They're one and done. They are very lucky that it's the Buccaneers that they're going up against, because at least they may have a chance against them. If they were going against any of the other NFC playoff positions, except for maybe the Packers, it wouldn't even be close. In this case, they may have a chance against the Buccaneers, but I don't, considering the pretty hot streak that the Buccaneers had been on, exiting, as opposed to the Eagles' collapse going into it, I'd still even put money on the Buccaneers at this point. Jalen Hurts does not look like the same quarterback as he did last year. And I think a big part of the reason is what we all said about Jalen Hurts is, yeah, I mean, okay, he's good, but he also has the best possible system you can imagine all around him. And that had a big thing to do with it. Now that's starting to fall apart, and Jalen Hurts is falling apart.
Yeah, that middle finger looked pretty jacked up on his throwing hand, too. So, hey, yeah, it may seem like nothing, but trust me, ask any quarterback, when your fingers are jacked up on your throwing hand, that affects things. That affects trajectory of the football. It affects velocity, your accuracy. It affects a lot. When
amount of turnovers, too.
Nick, can you read that for me?
No, Nick, don't.
No, the kid Noah.
Yeah.
He's a basketball star too. He got player of the game at a basketball tournament.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I know you saw the name, right? That kid,
Noah.
Knigga. I said, number one, the parents, fantastic comedy chops, naming him that, right? But what were the other names that they were choosing before? This, that, them, damn.
Motherfucker.
No, the father's the football coach too, so it's not like the father's like some crazy like trailer park dude who's like sitting around all day on meth. Like he's coaching a football team in town. He's doing all right.
Oh man, that's wild.
I'm gonna read it one day and shock all you motherfuckers.
Yeah,
won't shock me.
It's gonna be on mute, but I'm gonna do it.
I'll teleport right behind you.
Hey Mel,
like Bill Belichick though. So I'm from like the Boston area, and everyone's gonna be like, makes sense.
Makes sense. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mel, jump in here, man. Wait, you changed your name? Oh my gosh. What's your thoughts on the Eagles coming limping into the playoffs? How do you say your name?
Usay Eater.
Respectable.
Please don't.
That's with or without hair.
I gotta get one joke about it.
Go ahead.
With everything going on in the news.
Yeah.
Mel, with that chair being so big up behind you, man, you look like a black Stephen Hawking.
Oh. Is that better?
Did you hear what he likes? All right, never mind.
Oh, my fault. So I get the tube out.
Mel having midgets solve equations on a chalkboard that's too high for them. Number one, that's fucking hysterical. That's one of the greatest. I love midgets. I never thought of let me have them try to solve things on a chalk. And how about if you run in an island with that stuff? All right, what do we need this weekend? We have the Clintons coming. We have we need chalk and a chalkboard that's very tall because Stephen Hawking's coming. You got to fly a chalkboard and extra chalking.
No,
time to be alive. What a time to be alive. And not if you're one of those girls, though. My apologies.
I am disgusted with Mel. What's
the problem here, sir?
He went right into character, like he was comfortable with it. That might be worse than me dropping an N-bomb randomly in conversation.
Man, I don't discriminate. Everybody can get it.
But bro, you said should I get the tube?
It's just,
hey man, just stick. Let's try to keep this train. Man, give me your thoughts on this Eagles team limping into the playoffs, man. Lord Jesus.
Yeah, man. I think that I'm not surprised, man. I mean, I would say at the beginning of the year, I was all on the Eagle train. You know, they look good. That's what they did last year. When they started losing games, like in a row like that, I thought they may be in trouble not making the playoffs.
Yeah.
You know, and then you look at and I said it before, I think like maybe 5 or 6 weeks ago, we was talking about it. Jalen Hurts looks bad, man.
Really bad.
The offense look bad.
Turnovers. Bro, he's like for all QBs in turnovers this year.
Him and Josh Allen are top
and
two.
it's like they're not even running the same offense. Like, you know, last year they used him a little more with his legs. He's not even running anymore. Hardly. So that's making him one-dimensional. it's just a lot of things. Just like they're not doing that they did last year, and it's just like I don't understand. That's the formula that got you winning. They switched formulas, and it's just like it's AJ Brown or bust.
I wonder if that loss to the 49ers really messed with their confidence, because that's when the decline started. I wonder if that had a lot to do with it.
You're actually being real generous. I thought the decline of that offense was before that. I thought it was like training camp.
Damn.
They were worse. Yes, they were definitely worse than they were.
You gotta be honest. When you switch your defense and your offensive coordinators, you switch both coordinators. You lost both of them after the Super Bowl. It does make a difference.
It does, but
I wonder why they did it in the first place.
But here's my thing. I understand that each coach come in, offensive coordinator, defense, whatever even one, you're gonna run, your type of offense, your type of defense. However, you still look at what made you successful prior year and implement some of that stuff into it.
Of course.
They didn't do none of that. That's what's so surprising to me. They didn't do none of that.
The defense, the secondary has gotten gross. The secondary has gotten gross.
The everything about them except for their run game has hit a decline. A pretty big one. That's the only thing that's seen an improvement.
Right. I agree.
It's
Nicholas. You got that look on your face.
I'm going to open up a can of worms here. Everyone remember the game when Jalen Hurts got hurt with the knee and went off the field and said, "Oh, don't worry, I'll be fine." Everyone remember what game that was?
Was it a Jets game?
No, it was after the Jets game.
Oh, okay.
But it's been not a lot of mobility by him, not a lot of agility. Almost, all right, he's just throwing from the pocket.
Yeah.
This is why giving an athletic quarterback who's had questions in the pocket such a big contract, and you take away those legs, all of a sudden the offense don't work. I'm serious. He had a lot of questions about being a pocket passer. A lot of people saying it was just a lot of running, a lot of gimmick, and then guys would be wide open because of the threat of the run. He hasn't been running the ball a lot, and that offense can't do a fucking thing.
I'll push back a little bit because I don't think.
Let me give you the numbers real quick. Oh shit, I had it. It refreshed. Why did it refresh? Let's look at their losing streak. Right, they've been bad.
I don't think that he's a
49er game. They scored 19 against the 49ers. They scored 13 against the Cowboys. They scored 17 against the Seahawks. They did have 33 against the Giants. They had 31 against the Cardinals, but lost at home. They had 10 against the Giants. So 5 of their last 6, they can't score. Even their wins before, I mean, they beat Buffalo in OT. That was the last game that they looked good, that Hurts looked good. But before that, 25 points, 34, 25, 34, 23, a 14-point loss against the Jets, 31, 38, 28. They beat the Cowboys. They beat the Dolphins with 31. They beat the Chiefs with 21. They beat the Bills with 37. And then after that, that knee ain't the same. And that knee was the Bills game. So that knee that he keeps telling everyone he's all right, I guarantee you within 2 weeks after the season ending, there's knee surgery coming in for him. And he's been trying to play through it, and he can't. He don't look the same. The ball don't look the same coming out. I don't know if it's his plant leg or his drive leg. Timing's off. That's a sign of a guy trying to play through an injury. And sometimes, as I know from Brett Favre in 2008, when he tore his bicep and didn't tell anybody, when you're 8-3 and then you lose 5 of your last 6 games, usually you're trying to be a tough guy, but you're fucking up the whole squad.
Right.
Yeah.
So there's something there beneath the surface that we don't know yet, and that's my call. He's injured because this don't look like the guy that we saw last year that people were clamoring for MVP.
Yeah. No.
I definitely don't think the injury angle is out of pocket. Like, yeah, he probably is, and yes, he is not playing as well. And you're probably right. That has a lot to do with it. I don't think that he was a bad passer. I think he's been a bad passer since that time. Could that be because of the finger injury? Could that be because of his plant leg, like you said? Could that be because his lack of confidence? It could be a mix of all of those things. I don't think he was a bad passer.
Slow on tape. Now they'll walk the linebackers deeper. They don't need to keep the linebackers up so far because they're worried about you keeping it off the edge. They know they can get to you in time. So those quick little passes, those quick slants to Devontae, those lanes are smaller now.
Mm-hmm.
The routes to Goddard, they're up on Goddard. They're not worried about you coming off the edge with a power run anymore. They're straight out in coverage, and those passes to Goddard have been off target, the quick little ones that they do. So I don't believe you fall off with your mechanics that bad in season. That's something that you can correct. That's something I'm told that you can correct. But this guy trying to be Superman, and he's actually being a human anchor.
Yeah.
I'm all for it. Fuck Philly and everything from there.
Yeah. I hope he stays.
Yeah, ride him forever. Tell me he never needs surgery. Don't dope that shit at all. Don't even take a look at
it. Just pull it off.
I can't. So that pretty much sums up everything with Philly: turnovers, injuries.
Bring Anthony's comment up. The last one.
I thought you ain't see that.
I didn't see it.
Yeah,
I didn't say that. I said for giving any athletic quarterback.
He's just busting your chops. You know,
But I mean,
he heard black come out your mouth.
A valid point. I mean, Anthony does bring up a good conversation piece.
Now that you mention it, now
I love that Randy's in the middle of like a cable install, just chilling in somebody's living room doing this show.
I'm waiting on the modem to load up.
That's what took me so long. We went up to 1.2 gig, and the guy ran a new line, everything.
Yeah.
Let's move on to some other things that happened in the season finale of the regular season. Jaguars had the division pretty much all year, come down to the final game, and they lose to a 5-win, now 6-win Tennessee Titans team. There's two things in here I want to discuss real quick. Derrick Henry, real quick, fellas, give me a team that he plays for, because after that speech he gave at the stadium, doesn't sound like he's returning to Nashville. Mel, give me a team that think is a good fit for Derrick Henry next year.
Nashville couch. He need to retire.
Randy.
Right. You need to retire.
Said it's done, huh?
It's done, man. I think to me, go out on top. You know what I'm saying? There's no guarantee he comes back. He's gonna be the same. Derrick Henry. Go out on top. Go out while people still saw you do well. I won't play no more. I'll just retire.
That's interesting. Yeah, just hit 30. He just hit 30 this not too long ago. So always keep that in mind. And
you're a running back, man. You take a beating.
And not only that,
he dishes one though.
We talk about.
Yeah, he does. He does.
He's a power back who doesn't receive much. He's always getting hit.
Yeah. He's always getting hit. It takes its toll on you, no matter if you dishing it or getting. It still takes a toll on your body.
At least people bounce off him.
Hey, yeah, you know what I'm saying. Just retire, bro. You're 30 years old. Retire.
Go ahead, Nick. Give me a team that sounds like a good fit for old Derrick Henry.
If he wants to get paid, Dallas. If he wants to win, San Francisco. Your days that they could be in the number one, like you're saying, conserve it. Go team up with McCaffrey. With that offensive line, that play scheme, man, he'll run for 1,200 yards as a part-time carry.
You think that they'd give that much money to a 30-year-old running back when they already have CMC?
Cowboys?
No.
No.
San Francisco. We know Cowboys.
That's what I'm saying. If he wants to win, take a little less and go out there.
Okay.
Come to New York, team up with Breece Hall with Aaron Rodgers in an all-in season. You know what I mean? There's options where if you
I didn't do that. That's
want it. But you go to New York, you're lining yourself up for media after your career too. Now that you're near the end, right?
Yeah.
There's always that factor where if you go to New York, you make your television connections, right? Like if you want to be in movies, you go to LA. You want to be on air talking sports after your career, you can go through New York because there's so many outlets up here to do it with.
Yeah. I mean, I would love to have him in theory, I would love to have him on the Giants too, but I would be skeptical since we already have Saquon and we have a terrible O-line that he'd have to run behind, and he's 30. I would be concerned about like how much money we're giving him versus how much of a return we're going to get, since we can't even get much out of Saquon.
You're better off putting him on the line and letting him try to block for you guys than running him.
For real. Make him right tackle.
Can you play guard?
Hey, honestly,
you're big. Just stand there.
I think Philly's another one that you got to look at, right? If you're
Philly
transition
will
at
always
this point of your career to a shared
No,
back.
no, he's not, Anthony. No, he's not. Delete that.
Why would he?
No, he's a Commanders fan, so he's wishing that he leaves. But to be honest, Randy, that is a situation that I think the Giants really have to consider, because all they did was push the bucket back one more year with Saquon, so they still got to make a decision on how much to pay him. But
Saquon is the worst negotiator in the history of the NFL.
Yes,
he should have he held out for an extra $900,000. But he didn't even have the common sense, or his agent, to put in the deal. You cannot tag me again next year, so they could franchise tag him again and go through the same exact charade. Because Saquon and his agents were dumb as fuck.
Well, here's the thing. Because yes, I agree, and the Giants were also dumb as fuck, because the franchise tag should have gone to Daniel Jones. He was the exact candidate for the franchise tag. When you've been bad for years and you had one pretty good year, that's a franchise tag situation. Saquon Barkley should have been the contract. That being said, though, it's too late for them to do the right thing. So now what do they do?
No, you're right. You're right.
He is basically, like, he's been the best player on our offense for the vast majority of even this season. Even though he hasn't been as good as he had been. I mean, partly because
he's still the better option. He's still the better piece. He's still the better one.
Yeah, exactly. Like, he was the best receiver, and he's our running back. And this was the second time of that.
Not only that, look at it this way. We've seen that offense without Daniel Jones, and it can operate. We've seen that operate with Tyrod Taylor. We've seen it
better.
Tommy Cutlet even had a little moment in shine.
Yeah, Tommy Parmesan twice. Two backup QBs were better than Daniel Jones. It can happen. It can work. We need Jaden Daniels in the draft, and we need to keep Saquon.
You better trade up.
Yeah, that might be the
you're gonna have to find out. No, you gotta have to find somebody silly enough to actually take on Daniel Jones. That's the problem. There's no way he can stay there, and you guys trade up to go get a quarterback.
The Bears might get rid of Justin Fields.
Yeah, we could pawn Daniel Jones off to someone who really needs a quarterback even more than we do. There are definitely teams out there that are. The Bears might be an example of that, because I think they probably are going to move past it.
But let's look at the other half of this Jaguars game and talk about the Jaguars in such a collapse. I've been saying it to the hills, and I've been screaming it. I like Trevor Lawrence. I love the possibilities of what Trevor Lawrence can be as a quarterback. But damn it, we just got to call it what it is. Okay, I tried to give him a pass with Urban Meyer year. Okay, but now 2 years under Doug Peterson, he's still turnover happy, still turnover prone, and he's up there with Josh Allen and Jalen Hurts this year of turnovers. I get it. He wants to be an Iron Man and play hurt. But, man, he did his team a disservice yesterday. Turnovers, not making the right reads yesterday, and you had your season on the line. Now you're out the playoffs. I just gotta.
I just want to say something here, because I have been the perennial Trevor Lawrence hater for the past 2 years.
We're justified for it.
Everyone owes me an apology. I will be submitting apology requests around the internet football community. Everyone owes me one, because I remember everyone being like, Trevor Lawrence is going to be the MVP of 2023 to 24, right? Like that was a huge thing that everyone was saying, because he had a good 9-game streak out of 2 years of mostly being bad, and everyone was like, all right, he's the GOAT now. That's it. That's all we need to see. No, yeah, he's still not very good, and I'm just tired of us pretending like he's a great quarterback. He's a mid quarterback that's really turnover happy. That's just always going to be.
Well, I'm not ready to go that far. I'm not going that far, Randy. He has the talent. The talent is not the issue. It's the decision making. It's the ball security. It's the you can't be the most turnover guy at the quarterback position, and that's what he is. Mm-hmm. That's what I can't get with.
Oh, he has arm talent, but that's just not the only thing that matters. Yeah, he can throw deep, but yeah, like he doesn't make great reads. You're right. He's not a very good decision maker. And this time, like, we gave him weapons. He had Calvin Ridley.
Yeah, weapons.
He had ETN. Like, he just doesn't have an excuse anymore. He had Doug Peterson as his coach, who brought Nick Foles to a Super Bowl championship. I don't want to hear it for him anymore. He's done.
Hey, Trevor, for me, because it's not a. I'm ready to throw Trevor in the trash. I'm not ready to do that. All I'm saying is enough excuses. I need you to perform like some of the elite quarterbacks in the league because the talent is there.
Yeah.
I can't have you being the most turnover guy on my team at the quarterback position. I love Josh Allen, but the Feast or Famine act is the Superman act. It's a dead act. I can't get with it.
Yeah, and at least in the case of Josh Allen, like, yeah, you're getting a lot of turnovers, but you're also getting 40 touchdowns.
Yeah,
make it at least worth it sometimes. Yeah. You're not getting that from Trevor Lawrence. You're not getting 40 touchdowns to make that turnover situation worth it.
Yeah, I feel you. Jump in here, Mel.
I don't know, man. I was one of those people who thought that this might be a year that he may improve. I thought he was the best quarterback. No, but I thought that those games that he played well, something he can build on going into the next year, having Doug Peterson as his coach, having a few more weapons on the team. You know, if he could just get this decision making down, Jacksonville should be able to, make a push in that division. I'm not necessarily gonna say he's gonna win it, but maybe at least make a push in that division. Mm-hmm. And it just seems like he just regressed. He said he got worse, and then he can say, "Well, I was playing through injury and whatever." Doesn't matter. My thing is, when you have a chance to make the playoffs, you do what you got to do to make the playoffs. And that means you got to make a game plan where you run the ball a little bit more, little short passes, whatever you need to do, play within the capacity of what you have so you can make the playoffs. And I think that his decision making, I don't know. We talk about decision making. Well, is it all his fault? Because can't the coach job is to coach you up on that?
Yeah. I don't think, considering Peterson's track record, I don't think it would be fair to blame him for this. I mean,
I'm not blaming him. I'm just saying, but I understand that. But at the same time, it's like, so you got to say that Trevor Lawrence doesn't listen. Trevor Lawrence is, you know what I'm saying? Where's the disconnect, I guess, for lack of better words?
Yeah.
Where's the disconnect?
It's somewhere. It's somewhere.
You know what I'm saying? So like, you got to say that Trevor Lawrence has such a big of an ego that if his decision making is that bad, of course the coaching staff see that, and if they trying to correct it, he's still making those same bad decisions. Then where's that disconnect? Is it just Trevor Lawrence is just not going to get better at all? We need to move on from him, or there's something we can correct.
That's the tricky situation. I don't know exactly.
Right now, you don't move on. Right now,
you only like what? This is third year, right? He's going into his fourth year, correct?
Going into his fourth, yeah.
Yeah. So he's still relatively young in a position. Then one year he was injured most of the season.
Well, he only missed one game, and that was this year.
Only one game.
Yeah,
okay. I wasn't sure.
A lot of injuries, which I give him that. He'll show up for his teammates. I'm just of the mindset that, hey, man. Like, okay, we gave you the Urban Meyer rookie year. We gave that a pass. Mm-hmm. But now 2 years under Doug Peterson and you're still turnover happy like you were in your rookie season. That's the issue that I have.
Well, that's something they need to fix the issue quick before you have pieces in place. So you get to a point where you either lose all those pieces or those pieces get too old for you to use.
Yeah.
So you know what I'm saying? So they need to make that decision like quick.
Immediately.
Capitalize on the people they have to put around them. Yeah.
Nick, jump in here.
Go ahead, Nick, you got.
I mean, I think it's the same exact thing that I said about Jalen Hurts. When you take an athletic quarterback who happens to be white, Anthony Price, and he has a knee injury, and then he played with the AC joint yesterday. You ever move your arm and you can't? Yeah. That's like the AC joint. He's trying to play quarterback in the NFL with a sprained AC joint yesterday. So he had the knee and he had that. I'm not making a cop-out for him, but the team went downhill and couldn't win once he started getting injured. And you just see that some guys, the value that they bring to a team, like you take Josh Allen off the Bills, they're free-falling. Like, let's not act like that team's not going to free fall if he's out there and he can't do what Josh Allen does. We saw it last night. Josh Allen had a horrible game as a passer, but his legs kept them in the game. You take that away, they're punting on 4th down every drive because he's not getting those extra yards running it.
And that's the double-edged sword of the whole
of the athletic
quarterbacks because you don't want an immobile quarterback who can only pass, because if they don't have people to pass to, they can't keep their own plays going. I mean, look at most of the best quarterbacks of the past 5 years. Most of them have been mobile. Yeah. Most of them have been athletic quarterbacks.
But when you're a Tom Brady and your knee is tweaked, it don't really affect you much aside for your throwing motion, right? With your plant, really, you're not running out of the pocket. You're not extending plays. You're taking away. You're trying to make a guy be what he can't be. And Josh Allen, Trevor Lawrence, just listing the white ones, AP, who are athletic and extend plays. You're taking away one of their strengths, because some of these guys are at their best
moving
when they're playing street ball and the play breaks down and it's freelance and it's like, all right, now I'm out in the open. I'm more comfortable on the move than I am standing in the pocket.
Right.
Because one of these big 300-pound motherfuckers ain't going to hit you if you're out of the pocket moving near the sideline. You're fast enough to get away.
Right.
So,
of course, the goal should be.
Look at all the 5 of the teams. They put that chart up during the Chiefs game. I think it was last week in week 17. The starting week NFL quarterbacks in the AFC and the week 17 starters, there's only 5 that were the same. It was Allen, it was Lawrence, or no, Lawrence didn't even start that week. It was Allen, it was Lamar, it was Tua, surprisingly, it was Mahomes, and there was one other.
Dak was in there.
No, AFC.
Oh, AFC. Oh, my bad. You're right.
All 5 were either locked into the playoffs or in playoff contention. So having a healthy quarterback matters. And if you're going to get a quarterback who prefers to use his legs because of his skill set, it's just another thing that can go wrong with your offense. Because now he's like, my arm's fine. I'm going to play.
Yeah.
I mean, playing fucking well, man.
Yeah.
The goal is always to get both, right? You want someone who can.
You want a healthy balance, but you want a guy.
You want a balance. Like Patrick Mahomes,
never be able to replace
the balance. Like he is a mobile quarterback who can run on his legs.
Stands in the pocket, stands tall, and delivers the ball on time to everyone. That's the dream quarterback. I know everyone gets fascinated with the flash of running, but look at Tom Brady. The guy won for over 20 years, being the least mobile quarterback we've ever seen because he delivered the ball from the pocket time and time again. That'll never get old. Because you can never lose that. You can never tweak an ankle, a calf.
There's some extra cheating in there too.
Yes, and some incredible system around him constantly.
Yeah, that a little cheating in that shit
around him.
I mean, what do you think? You're going to lose me with that discussion, Lamar? Wow, motherfucker cheated.
So sprinkle a little cheat in there.
This is brought to you by every fucking NFL fan.
sprinkle a little cheating in there, and then just throw for the pocket. You got Tom Brady.
Yeah, top 7 defenses.
You're right, right.
But you're gonna give the ball to a running back who can't hold the ball. Like, his legs are good. No, he can't hold the ball no more. We can't give him the ball. You got a broken wrist. You can't play receiver no more, but my legs work fine. No, we need all of you to succeed.
Yeah.
That would be the comparison, right?
No, you're right. You're right.
Like you see defensive linemen, guards can play with a club on their hand. You can't play a club on your hand unless you're Beckham and you catch with one hand all the time.
But
when you look at that, like you're no good to us if your hands don't work as a receiver. So some teams are not good to us if your legs don't work as a quarterback. And you got to be able to say as an organization, we know you're hurt. We know you're trying.
You got to sit down.
We can't have you hurting us trying to be Superman when you look like Lois Lane right now.
Wow.
And then that's when Mel shows up with pills. Lois Lane. Someone say, what?
Well, let's get to this next topic, NFL topic, real quick. Let's run through it real quick. I'll run through the matchups. So Saturday night, you got Browns, Texans, Chiefs, Dolphins. Sunday night, Bills, Steelers. Sunday afternoon, I should say. Packers, Cowboys are the 4:00 game. Rams, Lions are the Sunday night game, and then on Monday night you got Eagles, Buccaneers, Detroit Mail. Go through your winners of a wild card weekend, man. Go through your winners real quick.
All right, Sam again. My mind ain't that good.
You got Browns, Texans.
All right, I'm gonna go with the Texans.
Ooh,
I'm going to Texans. I think I'll come off that winning, that hot winning streak. That victory they did will be last week when the game happens, and I think they're gonna build on that and win that game.
Okay.
Oh, you going through Mel for all 6 games? Or are you gonna go around the horn one at a time?
Hey, can you let me know?
I got it. I left my coffee upstairs. If you're not zipping around, I'm gonna bounce to get it. That's why I'm asking.
Go get your coffee.
Go, man. Go
Thank you, Lamar, for being such a courteous, kind host who is not a wise.
Get the fuck out of here. Anyway, go ahead, Mel. Chiefs, Dolphins, man.
While he's gone, let's zip around.
Right. You missed out, Nick.
Sorry, Nick, we're out of time.
I think this is an interesting matchup. And this is why I say that. It's interesting for 2 reasons. The Miami Dolphins don't still haven't showed the ability to beat up above 500 team.
They beat the Cowboys.
1-5. Only the Cowboys.
Right. Well, Cowboys don't count. You know what I'm saying? They just don't count. They haven't showed the ability to really beat teams that are good. Let's say that. That way you ain't got to throw the 500 teams that are good. They have ability. And then the Chiefs seem that way that offense is not scoring. The one thing Miami does have the ability to do is to put up points in numbers with Tyreek and Waddle over there, and to a degree moisture too. So I think it's an interesting matchup, but I just don't have faith in the Dolphins yet. So I'm gonna go with the Chiefs on that one.
Word. Steelers, Bills. Hey,
Bills.
Before you answer that, I gotta give Mike Tomlin some credit. I don't know how the hell he got this team in the playoffs with 10 wins. I have no idea.
With a bottom 5 defense for most of the season.
Yeah.
I mean, I have
I was watching some of the game. My fans were watching. Did Watt, is he still injured?
He got his MCL sprain, so he's questionable for Sunday.
Yeah, if Watt doesn't play, I'm definitely going with the Bills.
Word.
Yeah.
Packers, Cowboys.
I hate both of these motherfuckers. Part of me want Dallas to win. So I want to see them again.
Okay.
But Jordan Love, here's the thing with the Packers. They so streaky.
I agree with this. I agree with that.
I think there's a good matchup. I think Pittsburgh. I'm at Pittsburgh. I saw Pittsburgh. I think the Green Bay is a good matchup for Dallas. I think the matchup is there. And if Jordan Love can manage the game, I think the Packers have a chance of beating the Cowboys. And plus, it's the Cowboys' turn to to find a way to fuck it up.
You trying to say fuck the Cowboys? You trying to find a way to say?
Yes. I'm going with Green Bay.
Okay. I'm gonna save your game for last. Monday night, Eagles and Buccaneers.
It's another one, man. It could be a trap game. Bucks got good defense. People overlooked that. Todd Bowles being a defensive minded coach. They got good weapons on offense. You just need Baker Mayfield not to be the Baker Mayfield he can be. You know what I'm saying?
Which, to his credit, 28 touchdowns and only 10 interceptions. So give him his credit.
Yeah. But he has a tendency to try to extend things.
I think
Superman complex.
Mike Evans deserves a lot of credit for the resurgence of Baker Mayfield. Also, Mike Evans can play, because if we end up getting into it, when I did my best players of the year list, and I have Mike Evans on it very high for that reason. He can get 1,000 yards with anybody, and I think this is a really big sign of that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with Tampa Bay.
Ooh, upset.
The Eagles just don't.
They don't
show me nothing.
They don't look good, bro.
They don't look good at all. I think they can shut down AJ Brown and make Devontae and the rest of them beat you. And with that Bucks defense, I think they have the ability to beat the Eagles.
Okay. Rams, Lions. Your Lions taking on the Rams. The Matthew Stafford Bowl.
Man, I hope he bring his wife and he push out the stands. But say
you're about to beat up your ex-girlfriend, man.
gotta do what you gotta do, man. Too much? Too far? Too much?
Anyway, I'm moving on. Randy, sir, real quick, let's go through these.
I'm going with the Lions.
Well, did you ask me a question?
Yes, I'm moving on from here. Browns, Texans.
I'm gonna go with the Browns. But that's honestly probably the closest one for me in the entire playoffs. Like that really could go either way. But I'm giving a slight edge to the Browns.
Where Dolphins, Chiefs.
I'm giving that. This one's it's weird because normally obviously it would be easy to say Chiefs, but Chiefs have been so shaky that it's now closer than it probably should be. But I'm still gonna go with the Chiefs. It's hard. I'm not letting go of playoff Mahomes just yet.
Yeah. Steelers, Bills.
Bills. Regardless of whether TJ Watt plays or not. If TJ Watt plays, it'll be close. If he doesn't play, it won't be.
You said that with conviction.
No, yeah. The Steelers don't even really belong in the playoffs. So
hey, you get no argument from me on that one.
TJ Watt's also really high on my list also for that exact reason. He basically almost single-handedly carried them here. So there's a lot of credit for that.
Packers, Cowboys.
I hope the Packers, but I think the Cowboys.
Yeah. you wanted to call that upset, but you're like, damn it.
Now, the Packers also barely belong here. So, yeah, Cowboys, they're just too stacked. It's
true that. True that. Rams, Lions.
I'm going to go with Lions. I'm pretty confident about the Lions going pretty far in the playoffs.
Eagles, Buccaneers, Monday night.
Buccaneers. The Eagles suck. So this
you had to ask him.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, I just got to clarify. That's all.
Even if I'm being completely objective, still the Buccaneers.
Hey, trust me.
I like that he said if. He didn't say I am being completely objective. He said even if.
Hey, it's funny you say that because that's the reason why he went that answer with the Packers and Cowboys, because he's like, I want to say Packers, but he's like, I gotta be objective here. So shit. Yeah. But no, hey, totally understand it. I big homie Nick Shine. Let's run through these joints real quick because I want to preview the college football game in the last 2 minutes of the show. You got Browns, Texans. Who you think got the advantage in that game?
I'm going to say Browns. And the only reason I'm saying Browns is because Tank Dell isn't there. And the AFC South and maybe the AFC need to be put on notice that this might be CJ Stroud's conference coming up. This kid has been impressive. This kid has been amazing. He makes all the right reads. The ball's out on time. Nico Collins, he's turning into like a Mike Evans like type, like a big physical guy. Just feed him the goddamn ball. You know, Dell was the speedster who'd get deep and just you couldn't stay up with him. But man, I love what the Texans could become looking at them. I always root for the down teams, the Lions, the Browns. I always root for that underdog to come up. Yeah, the Texans, who have been a punching bag for years too, man. They're very, very lucky that stupid touchdown last year didn't cost them C.J. Stroud and end up with Bryce Young.
No.
But I'm going to take the Browns in this game because I'm a big believer that a hot coordinator is just as important as the guy playing quarterback this time of year. And Kevin Stefanski and what he's been doing is second to none. To me, he's coach of the year, Stefanski.
True that. Chiefs, Dolphins.
I think this had all the potential to be two powerhouse offenses, and we're going to watch a lot of sloppy football on Saturday night. It's supposed to be 3 degrees. I think this is going to be a game where they're just making excuse after excuse about, well, the weather and teams, the timing's off. And this had, if you would have said this was the matchup in early October, everyone would have been like, oh, shit. And now you're like, this is in prime time on Saturday night. Ah, shit. So I don't know, because I could see either team laying an egg, or I could see either team's offense clicking finally. It's a tough game to bet.
I think in this case, the Dolphins' offense has been better, but the Chiefs' defense has been better.
You had your chance.
You paused.
Let me try to chime on my good point.
You paused.
Pauser.
I think it's going to come down to, honestly, who can run the ball better. If A-Chain and then Mo starters back, that might be a little bit of advantage for the Dolphins. I don't trust Tua in a big moment. He hasn't shown the ability to do it against winning teams. Since it's in Kansas City, I'll pick Kansas City, but I will say this is the game I'm most petrified to wager on.
Yeah. Real quick, Steelers, Bills.
Bills. If Watt was there, he could help contain Allen. If Watt's at 100%, he could help contain Allen. But I just don't think the Steelers have it. I don't know how you look at that team and think that they're a playoff team, man. That's some lucky shit.
Yeah. Hey, things fell their way. Packers, Cowboys.
I would love to see the Green Bay quarterback torture chamber be passed down to Jordan Love, but I just can't see it. I mean, I'll root for them. Don't get me wrong. I'll be wearing green during that game just to root for them. But the Cowboys at home, this is where the Eagles fucked it up for the NFC. They gave the Cowboys a home game or two.
Yeah.
We know how bad they are on the road, so fuck the Eagles for that.
Yeah.
I'll take the Cowboys in this game and hope to be a jinx.
Word. Rams, Lions.
Hot coordinators matter. And I'm going to say something else. You know I've rooted for the Lions all year.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it'll be this week. I'm going to pick the Rams.
Yeah.
Because I think when you got Kyron Williams with Puka and
You
Kupp,
also pick Alabama.
that offense is on another fucking level. Say again?
You also picked Alabama.
Hey, keep it moving. Don't pay no attention. don't mind it.
I'm going to pick Michigan tonight just to fucking jinx you. God damn, Nick, why'd you do this? So give me the Rams. I cannot trust Dan Campbell in a tight game. He gives away too many points. And when the Lions do lose, if they lose on this playoff run, I think it's going to be people up in arms that Dan Campbell
made a crazy coaching
decision. 4th and 6 in his own territory, doing some stupid shit that you don't do in a playoff game.
That Staley type shit.
That 6-year-old doesn't Madden is how Dan Campbell coaches an NFL game. And it's cool when you're scoring 40 points. But in a game where points are a premium, in an NFL playoff game, you need somebody next to him, a veteran of some sort. Bring back Wayne Fonts. Just fucking tap him on the shoulder and be like, yo, kick the fucking field goal. You're down 2, dumbass.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, you need somebody to have his ear.
Yeah, I feel you. Eagles, Buccaneers, Monday night.
I would just like to say that Baker Mayfield's had a better season than Tom Brady did in his last year. So, Buccaneers had better quarterback.
So satisfying for you.
No cap.
5-9 for Tom Brady. 28-10 for Baker Mayfield. The Buccaneers were
better stats too
by shitball face Brady, cheating motherfucker retiring. You know what? Give me the Bucs. Most of those guys have Super Bowl pedigree. Most of those guys have big game experience. The Eagles do not look right. The Eagles are ready to explode. The fuse is lit, and it's just a matter of the time before it burns out. And give me A.J. Brown throwing a fucking tantrum and demanding a trade by halftime because he ain't getting it.
I want it. Oh, I want that trade.
Give me A.J. Brown to the death instead of I don't want him. He's too much of a diva.
Oh, man.
He's one of the most physical wide receivers in the game physically, but mentally he's a bitch. Like, it doesn't make sense. He's a mental midget.
Oh, man, wow.
I'm definitely going to keep track of these picks.
Blame the Cafe Bustelo.
Yeah, because we'll see how it turns out. Hey, I got to real quick because the Mrs. C watches the show. She's going to kill me if I don't give her credit.
All right, we're going to end it. We don't need to hear about Wallace's on top, plural.
No, hey, that's what happened. Shout out to wifey. She won a I.O.W. Pick'em League. Hey, so there goes to show you, man. Ladies knows a little bit, and I promise you, I did not help her. I didn't help her at all. She tried to. She's like, "Hey, who'd you pick?" I was like, "You're the enemy. I'm not helping you."
Okay.
It comes to the same house. I was like, "I don't care. I'm trying to beat you." So I got in second place. So she did that all on her own.
We need a picture of her with the title. It's the I.O.W. standard.
Yeah. No, she'll get her title. She'll get her $300, and we'll make sure we get all that settled.
You said it was 140.
Oh yeah. Oh, trust me, I'm getting half of that.
Was the prize you said, Lamar, all year. Why are you saying that number so high for no reason? You're entitled to half.
Oh no, you ain't got to put it in code. I'm taking half that money. Shit, what you talking about? Her money is my money. My money is
tip out the person who runs the pool. Her tip is going to be like, you get to sleep in the bed and not on the couch.
No,
congratulations to wifey. That was impressive.
Real quick, man, we got a college football national championship game tonight. So the college football final is tonight. Give me just your quick synopsis and your winner. Go ahead, big homie Nick Shine. Quick synopsis and who you rocking with tonight to win this national championship.
My biggest concern is Rome Odunze, the receiver from Washington, getting out of this game healthy. This kid is a guy that I'm targeting for the Jets at number 10. This kid is the perfect complement to Garrett Wilson. I'll be honest with you. I'm rooting against Michigan, but I'm going to pick Michigan just to try to jinx them. Just because I got to bring in the hater mode. And it's true to the show. The three of us never want to see the other one happy. So give me Michigan just to bring down Mel.
But I picked the Jets.
I want to see Penix in a big game against a big team because some of that Pac-12 defense is weak, and then those games are 60-58. Let me see Penix against a physical front. Let me see if he's still comfortable in the pocket. I'm watching this game for draft purposes, to be completely honest. Like, there's no ifs, ands, or buts around it. Like Odunze, Penix. I really love Zach Zinter, but he got injured. Corum, who could be a third-round pick as a running back coming in. Like I'm starting my draft scouting tonight. So
yeah, no doubt.
I'll have, or I could do it Thursday, or do it Monday because Thursday we'll do more heavy preview. I'll have my first 1 to 10. Thank God the Jets are picking 10, so we're in the top 10. But I'll start doing my once a month mocks. We'll start with the top 10 this month.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. Get that prepared for Monday because Thursday I'm gonna try to get a couple of guests in here and we'll talk some playoff football. So we'll see what's up if we can make it happen. But yeah. Randy, go ahead. Give us a quick breakdown of the game and who you rocking with tonight.
I'll be honest. I really only follow college in conjunction with the draft. So I don't know a lot of. I don't know a lot of what's going on in college football.
Piggyback off of what I said: Odunze, Penix, McCarthy.
I'm going to say that I am going to root against Washington because they're from the same place as the Commanders, and therefore they're bad.
No, they're not. They're from the state of Washington.
No, he knows
Washington, D.C.
He knows that.
Really? Okay, then I'm going to vote for
Washington. He didn't know.
I didn't know that.
Let's not just save you, dog. Oh, Lord.
I was going to let it slide.
I'm trying to save my dog.
I'm going to cheer for Washington because I like Huskies.
There we go. Hey, I like it.
So hey. How about we just root against Michigan because Tom Brady went there? Can we all agree to that?
Okay. All right.
Hey, yeah, we're right with that, Rand. Mr. Michigan, Mr. Hell to the victor yourself, man. Give us your quick breakdown, and obviously we know you're going Michigan, but give us your reason why.
Randy, that was so good. We need that in the clip now. Mar, we need that clip.
Oh yeah, trust me. I'm clipping a whole bunch of shit off of this episode.
I open up my steak with a fuck Nick. And then, I think that there's advantages on both sides. I think if you look at quarterback, I got to give the advantage to Washington. I think that Penix is a better quarterback than JJ. I think JJ makes bad decisions at times.
Mm-hmm.
I think that but if JJ plays a nice, cool, level-headed game and they can establish the run, I think Michigan runs away with it. So I think that's the key right there. And I think that Michigan's defense has an advantage compared to Washington's offensive line.
Mm-hmm.
I like Michigan. I like Michigan secondary. Then you got to worry. I think they got to worry about Odunze. How they gonna cover him? How they gonna play on? They gonna bracket him? I'm interested to see how those first couple plays go. How they're gonna play against a Doomsday, how much pressure you're able to get onto Penix to force him to get rid of the ball quickly and make bad decisions. If Michigan do like they did on Milroe and get them frustrated and everything, I think they have a chance to win this game. My biggest thing too is just seeing how Penix operates under this pressure. And Michigan can, because like if you look at the Alabama game, they disguise that blitz real well. Mm-hmm. And I like the way how they kind of disguise how they was gonna do it. They ran two people on the side, one went in, one didn't. They ran a lot of stunts. They did a lot of ways of disguising that blitz and confuse Milroe. Now, I think that Michael Penix is a better cerebral quarterback than Milroe is too. So then you have to add that part into it. So I think those gonna be some of the things I'm watching for in the first half and see how, and then the second half how the adjustments happen. You look at that Alabama game, Alabama adjusted, and for a while it took Michigan a while to kind of,
kind of catch it,
kind of catch that adjustment. They're running the ball a lot on Michigan, so those are two factors I'm looking for. About, of course, I'm gonna pick Michigan because I'm, for the obvious reason.
Yeah. Obviously,
give me a score prediction at least since it's your team.
35.
Oh, whoa! Your damn offense ain't never scored no damn 35 points this year.
I love the confidence though. Like, they're gonna score 100 points.
He asked me what's the score gonna be. He didn't ask you, sir.
This, I think he's smoking my shit. This motherfucker said 35 points. This guy. Hell yeah, smoking.
Are you in high pitch like you Chris Tucker on the island?
Yeah.
Whoa.
I'm going on no islands. All right. And if I do
want to go to Staten Island at this point,
I'm on no islands. All right. And if I do go on the island, it's because it's mine. It's not because I'm going to somebody else's island. Anyway, hey, man. I
just want to say that, Randy, in that lighting, man, you look like Nick Wright.
Oh, don't stand for that.
You know what? I got Randy. I got to give Randy credit. Randy does a lot for the group on Facebook. Mm-hmm. Randy puts a lot of time into these posts.
Right.
I love them. They're great discussion points. Yeah. Great discussion points, Randy. And even sometimes I will comment on something, knowing as the admin and have a lot of friends in the group, it will get out there more and get engagement. So I'll just throw in a comment sometimes and bounce because I know that more people will see the post.
Motherfucker, you just like starting fires and walking away from them. Don't do that. Don't do that.
I'm big fan. I get too close to that fire, man. It's gonna smell like bacon.
Hey, Randy, do me a favor, man. Your top player list. We're gonna hold off today, but hold on to it. We can either do it later this week or we can do it sometime next week. But keep it in your pocket. Keep it ready for us. All right. Hey, always a pleasure, Randy, to have you here. I love what you do for the I.O.W Sports Group, and anytime you're on the night show or here on the day show, hey, always greatly appreciate it for sure. Hey, on behalf of Randy, big homie.
Wait. Mel, 35 to what, Mar? Mel, 35 to what?
Oh yeah, he did.
31.
35-31. Okay, yeah. Yeah, because if you guys are scoring 35, they're definitely scoring high too. So
2 defensive touchdowns, right?
Yeah, right.
Or they brought in Rutgers to play at halftime.
But no. On behalf of Pusey Eater and the big homie Nick Shine, I'm the Wild Card Mar. Y'all know where to find us. I.O.W Sports Network, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. Like, share, follow. Hit that bell notification, lets you know when we drop new content on the notification alerts. And we appreciate all the love and support. Hey, until Thursday, we'll see. We'll get to talk the winner of tonight's game, and we'll see how sad or happy Detroit Mail is. So
I'll be the same regardless.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. We'll see y'all Thursday. All right.
He's going to be a predator, win or lose. Yeah, cage and stripes.